Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Welcome to PENDREAM TV, your #1 political news hub. Today, the political atmosphere is heating up as Rashid Tanko boldly takes on Okyere Baafi, insisting that an apology is not enough. According to him, if Okyere Baafi is truly sorry, then he must resign and vacate his seat immediately. Stay tuned as we break it down, the drama, the reaction, and what it could mean for the political future ahead. Thank you.
One of my guests is already seated, and so the conversation would kickstart. So my guest is a man who's not new to the show. He's been here several times, but as and when he has time, he would pass by and speak to Ghanaians. So I'm talking about Sofo Tanko Rashid Computer. He is the acting CEO of the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications. That's GIFEC. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Good morning, my brother.
And we're happy to have you join us because we know how tiring the Okyere by-elections has been and the fact that you still have been engaged in the media even post-elections, and we appreciate you.
It is well.
Right. But there's something I've been wanting to find out. So post the demise of, an unfortunate demise of our own friend and colleague and brother, Dr. Omane Boamah, who has taken up the acting role of the Director of Elections and IT of the NDC. Is there any such position, or you're still in your deputy
No, we're still the
position?
Deputies.
Okay.
Four deputies.
Okay.
Let me say good morning to you, Okyere. Then good people of Bimbilla. Wish them well. We have a Damba festival
Okay.
coming. I will invite you and your team to come and join the Damba in Bimbilla.
Yeah, we'll be there.
The Nanoon traditional area.
Okay.
Damba is one of the most important festivals we don't joke with. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish your team be there to see how beautiful the tradition of the Nanumbers will be brought to the general public. I mean, during the Damba festival.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I like the part where people actually put their hands in fire. They don't get burnt.
Yes, that's the
They
blacksmith.
cut themselves with cutlasses and all kinds of. But it doesn't. I mean,
It's a blacksmith. I'm part of them.
Is this real?
It's real. I'm a blacksmith.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. No, we have the blacksmith, the butchers.
Okay.
Those do the slaughtering of the animals. They are the butchers.
Okay.
And then those dealing with the metals and the knives and all this do the metallist work for.
Okay.
They are the blacksmith.
Okay.
From that side, and then it's a very nice tradition. I mean, it's real. It's real. I mean,
see.
It's real. I mean, those things you cannot joke with it. It's real.
Wow. These are people who are spiritually fortified.
No, it's our tradition. It's not about. It's about tradition.
But it defies science.
Not that. You see, that's one thing people don't understand. Religion has come to push us aside.
Okay.
The advent of foreign religion, especially Islam and Christianity, has made some of these things to be hidden.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, that's what our forefathers used to do. I mean, they were living with it, and it was part and parcel of our life. I mean, there are a lot of things. You might not be able to say it publicly, but it's part and parcel of our life, and we still live with it up till now. I mean, such is life.
Right.
It's a very beautiful. I wish you come there, come and see. In your crib, come to Bimbilla, you will enjoy it.
No, we'll be there.
Yes,
We'll be there, inshallah.
beautiful.
We'll be there.
So you remember when we were mourning the loss of my boss, Dr. Omane Boamah. I sat here and told you the meeting we had with him in the morning.
Yeah.
And he designed the plan for us for Okyere, the strategy to use for the election. And then the next 4 hours, he was involved in the plane crash that took his life with the other 7 gallant men. I mean, so after that, we sat through as a directorate and said we have to do this thing to his honor. We have to make sure that we win this seat in his honor. We have to implement the blueprint he gave us. He was our boss, and when he put pen and paper together, yours to just go and implement. He need not to be around. We did it at Ablekuba North, the 19 polling station. He drew all the plan, the strategy. We went and implemented it. He was a defense minister, so there was no way he was going to come forward in the implementation process.
Yeah.
But he was behind and pulling the strings for us too.
Right.
And we did it seamlessly. I mean, so this Okyere team, we said, oh, that's why his demise, the blueprint is there. I mean, so we charge ourselves that, look, let's go and do this thing in honor of Dr. Boamah. And so the MPP, they were just making noise around. But you know that since National Executive agreed that we should go ahead and contest the election, win it in his honor, some were saying that we should back out. We said, no, we have to go and win in his honor. I mean, he was passionate about winning the Okyere seat. He was the one always pushing me to speak about the rigging machinery of the MPP in the Okyere constituency in 2024 election.
Okay.
And that if we were able to show them during the by-election that they actually rigged the election and win it massively, so that Ghanaians will see that whatever we're saying was true, then we'll be vindicated. And so based on that, we went in fully. And then so with the plan, the strategy we knew we were going to beat him. Beat the MPP hands down. And it worked perfectly. I mean, if you look at the members of the directorate, my colleague Madi, Yaira Koku, Dr. Ataboate, and then had a tacit support from the National Executive, led by the National Chairman, the General Secretary, and all the party bigwigs in the country. And everybody came and supported us as a directorate, and we did it. And with the speed test of time, I mean, within an hour after the close of polls, we were able to collate all the 119 polling stations. By 6:45, we are done. And then
by 6:45 p.m.
Yes.
You knew you had won.
Oh, we had won. And that was why when you watch your cameras and
I saw Akogan and Co. in some office.
They were jubilating. I mean, we had finished then before so at the time I got to the collation center, we had done almost 80% of the collation. And then the system was running. So even when my friend Baafi, Honorable Baafi, ran to the collation center.
You mean Michael Baafi?
Michael Baafi.
Okay.
Thought he had won because they had collated Wenchi area and all that democracy, and they were leading. He ran to the polling in the collation center thinking that they had won. And so when I was studying with him, he said, I told him, my friend, why are you here? Are you coming to announce your resignation? He said, oh, we have won the election. I said, ooh. That we have won. I said, you have won where? I haven't seen it. I said, I opened my phone for him. I said, sure. At that time, we had crossed 118. It was just like with one. Then when he saw it, his demeanor changed completely. Ostensibly, they were not collating their results. That has been their problem. For some time now, it's like they have difficulties in collating their own results. Saw it at Asinov, they couldn't. They had very difficult in collating. Even at Kumeu, they usually had to rely on my results to declare because they had some challenge. Asinov, they virtually couldn't. And the same problem they had. And this one, the one we did at Okyere, they couldn't collate their results. They didn't have a results. Otherwise, my good friend wouldn't have been there. If he had known that they had lost massively, you ran to the place. So it was there, he got to know that they actually lost the election. And I told him I was coming for a by-election in his place because he made a promise that if NDC wins, he was going to resign. And then so, as an honorable man, I was holding him to his word. He should do the honorable thing. I mean, he should just tender in resignation so that NDC will come and test our firepower.
Oh, he says he's sorry.
Is he honorable?
He says he's sorry.
If you are honorable, as soon as you say you are sorry, just resign.
Okay.
That's it. You must be honorable about it. And you see, this will make Ghanaian electorate to trust politicians, whatever we are saying. Otherwise, we'll stand on platform, say all manner of things, and then go back and say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean well, after all, I've gotten the power. That is not good enough. Don't fool the people to get power.
Okay.
Tell them the reality. And that is why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his rating is increasing day in, day out. His rating is day in, day out, it's increasing. And it helps us a lot in Okyere. Because his demeanor, his posture, and what he tells the public, it comes to pass. He won't concoct stories or just to create an impression that doesn't exist. That is not the type of president we have.
Okay.
So that alone is supporting us a lot. Whatever we are going in for elections and all that, the people believe that, look, these are a group of people we should have confidence, we should trust.
Okay.
And so for my friend Baafi, he should prepare. I mean, if he does, we say we will get speaker to hold him to his word for us. We as a party, if he's not resigning, we'll write to the speaker. I mean, to ask that he should let him do the honorable thing. I mean, either he resign or he stand in front of Parliament and apologize to the whole country.
You mean you
an
are
honorable person.
You are already eyeing the new job in South?
Of course, even as of yesterday, some people were expressing interest. When are we going to open nominations? Should they?
Who?
Who's
expressing interest?
Yes, the people are interested. They know anybody we pick as a candidate, a new job, and was going to win the election.
Really?
NPP cannot beat NDC as of now in any election anytime soon. That party is completely disorganized. And it's one of the reasons why they will continue to lose elections until they realize it and go back onto the drawing board, reorganize themselves, reset the party, and then get to understand that there's something wrong with the party machinery as of now. There's no way. They will continue to embarrass their supporters day in, day out.
Okay.
In the election that will be going.
So we'll have a whole conversation about how you were able to pull this off as against what the NPP thinks you did to win the elections. They've said all manner of things, and they've talked about what they intend to do going forward. Let's look at what the Daily Graphic today is reporting. And if you look at page 13, it says, Analysts laud order at Okyere by-election. Now, it says, call for sustainable process. Now, Samuel Duodu is reporting that 4 political analysts have welcomed the orderly conduct of the Okyere by-election and said it should be the standard for future by-elections. Now, they have, however, advocated a more pragmatic system that does not require such heavy police presence and other resource development for a deployment for a single election, with one of them indicating that the level of resource deployment for the Okyere by-election cannot be sustained. Now, they extolled all actors in the contest, particularly the police, who said they acted professionally, leading to an overall peaceful outcome of the election, which was conducted to replace the deceased member of parliament for the constituency. Now, Dr. Amache Boating of the Department of History and the Political Studies of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, NUST, Dr. John Osai Kwapong of the Ghana Center for Democratic Development CDD Ghana, Project Director of the Democracy Project, Researcher, Poster, and Chief Executive of Global Info Analytics, Musta Dankwa, and the Governance Fellow of the Institute of Economic Affairs, Dr. Samoke Dakwa, expressed diverse views on the Okyere by-election that saw Benabedi Akombedu of the NDC emerge the winner in separate interviews in the Daily Graphic. Now, Dr. Amache Boating, for instance, commended the Electoral Commission and the Ghana Police Service for the successful management of the election. Now, the EC demonstrated that it had mastered this whole thing with organizing elections here in Ghana. They, the staff, know the terrain. They understand the political parties, and they also now realize that they themselves should be on top of their business because elections are serious issues. Now, the political analyst also praised the police for their robust presence, which he said prevented violence and ensured a peaceful outcome, adding that the police learned from past experiences, particularly the Ablekuma North partial rerun, where violence occurred during the elections due to inaction. Now, the police took no chances, 0 chances. The heavy presence of the police did not make violence possible. Dr. Amache Boating added, however, expressed concern about the feasibility of replicating such extensive security arrangements for future elections, citing resource constraints, and emphasized the need for political parties to play by the rules and resolve electoral disputes through the courts rather than resorting to violence. He said what determined the Okyere by-election were the issues of economy, jobs, galamsey, which is legal mining, and education, saying those issues were crucial in determining electoral outcomes in this country. Now, I would take your thoughts on what you think about this. The fact that it's expensive, it will be difficult to sustain, etc., etc. How did you pull off, or what did the trick for you as far as the Okyere by-elections are concerned?
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, if you look at the performance of the government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama over the 8-month period we've been in power, phenomenal. He's done fantastic. I mean, the rating of the government has increased. The confidence level of the people in the government in terms of delivery is very high. They have trust in the government. They believe that this, although it's a young government, but it's living to its expectation. It's doing what it promised the people that it's going to do. And that life has a bit come to a very, the difficult life terrain that we used to live under the NPP has reduced drastically. Prices of goods, foodstuffs in the market has reduced drastically, a lot. I mean, if you go to the pumps, it's stable. Prices of fuel and all this is stable. So industry is picking up very fast. Agri sector is growing up. If you look at the manufacturing sector too, it's also picking up. We have stabilized the mining sector. If you look at it, we are reducing the destruction of the forest at a very fast rate. So all this, the people have confidence. And don't forget where we went. There are two things there. They are into mining and into agri. These two are the major things they do in there. And the people too are highly educated in the area.
Right.
Education is very high in terms of the population in that area. They are educated in that level. So if you look at it, MPP made a mistake. They should have done it, primaries, to pick a candidate. For just handpicking the gentleman was one of their nemesis. I mean, they didn't do proper analysis of the background of the person they were bringing in as a candidate. And then we allowed the democratic process to pick up the candidate for us. And interestingly, our candidate is a lawyer. I mean, a seasoned lawyer in the constituency. He's helped a lot of people in the constituencies and all that. And he's been the youth employment coordinator before in the constituency and the secretary of the constituency. So he's somebody they know. And they know that comparatively, if you put the two together, the one who can advocate for them in the constituency will be Lawyer Bediako.
Okay.
So that one alone, the environment of which they're picking the candidate, the people could analyze it. They're highly educated people in that constituency. And so they will do this analysis, they themselves, and see that, look, in terms of the two candidates, yes, the NPP man, I like him because he's a business guy. He's a young man who is doing well in business. And so he will need support to grow his business so that he can bring in more young people to support in that. There are certain rules such people you don't push them into. That's why he admitted yesterday in his interview that actually the NDC did well and that he's also going to grow himself and build his capacity. Yes. That was when he was conceding.
In fact, he talks about,
yes.
he actually went
yes.
ahead to talk about the fact that he wants to have him pursue his PhD.
That is it. That's what I'm saying. So you see, he understood it.
Yeah.
That clearly, it's like, before I want to do this job, I need to raise this thing, build my capacity, and so that I can catch up with this thing. So you have gone ahead. There are better deals for me too. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Apart from that, we made the people to understand that, look, these promises that we are bringing to you, they are genuine promises. They are not things that we are coming and behave like they are seeing off style and all that. They are promises that we are ready to keep. Look, where we were staying, a GCD, this Ghana Consolidated Diamond area, it was abandoned, completely abandoned. Well, it is when the people voted for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that life has been brought back to that place again. Now you go to the whole place is lit, and they are now trying to revamp it. You can imagine the number of people who will be recruited to work in that area. Right. It was abandoned completely. Fine buildings and all that. I don't know why for 8 years MPP abandoned it, and in the constituency they couldn't point to one thing that they've done in the constituency that will kneel for the benefit of the whole generality of the constituency. So MPP had deficit in that constituency already. And then so we said, fine, we will do what is needful. We educated the people, sold the good works of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to them. The chiefs were pleased with it, and they agreed they were going to vote for it. Now the only thing was left for us was to protect it. Okay. Because time and again I said it, NPP didn't win the 2024 election in that constituency. They rigged the elections. Because of that, we went to court. We're pursuing that matter in court. You know, they declared the results at Tesano police station. It wasn't declared in Okyere. We were declared in Okyere. They said they won't accept. So they ran to Tesano police station with another returning officer. They brought somebody else. And the person stood there and declared Eneskumi the winner. with a vote margin of 2,000. You see the interesting thing? So we were able to track the 2,000 votes, where it came from, and realize that this was a rigged election. So that was the basis on which we went to court.
I see.
So whilst we were in the process to exhibit the evidence that the election was rigged, the gentleman died. So the matter became moot. So we couldn't exhibit it. Now the opportunity came. We said, look, let's exhibit the evidence in the by-election. Let the people vote so that the general public will know that we actually said what we meant was true. And true to see, you said the difference. The difference between NDC and NPP in this by-election is 2,964.
In fact, you've only managed to add about a bit more.
That is why
in excess of 700
yes,
votes.
because the guys were smart in rigging. In those areas, we identified the areas.
So you clawed back the 2,060 something and added some 700.
Added some votes into it. Because we knew that this was not MPP votes. And so when we started with our boss, Dr. Omane, we identify all these areas and see how we're going to make sure that we claw back those votes meant for the NDC and make sure and prevent the NPP from doing that rigging thing they used to do in those areas.
But the dynamics have changed, haven't they? You are now in government. You have incumbency advantage. In any case, it's been 9 months since the elections was held in that same constituency. So obviously things were going to change.
And I'm saying that, of course, things will change, but if you don't open your eagle eyes, they will rig the elections. NPP was bent on rigging the elections.
My question was in relation to the earlier statement you made, which statement was that you've always believed that the Okyere elections in 2024, the NDC won, except that the NPP stole that elections. And so in order to prove that indeed Okyere was yours and not for the NPP, you took advantage of this by-election to prove that point. And I'm asking that, how about those who also counter-argue that the dynamics have changed for two reasons? One, you have incumbency as an advantage. And also, secondly, it's been 9 months since that last elections in Okyere, which is in 2024. A lot has changed, haven't they?
Incumbency couldn't have been the basis for winning, because we've gone to by-elections where MPP in power with all their firepower, with all the money, and beat them to it. We beat them to it.
You're talking about saying North.
Yes. So I'm saying that. So that couldn't have been a basis.
Okay.
The thing is that we have a strategy. We had a plan. And we're saying that, look, we are going to make sure that these our votes that they stole, it will come back to us. We'll make sure that we pull out the people.
Okay.
NPP, they were talking of apathy. Nobody had apathy. They managed to pull out about 15,000 people. And they were talking of people being threatened. So the 15,000 people voted, but they were not threatened. And so when they started jubilating around Wenchi area and Takwasi, those areas, jubilating in the early time of 5:30, they didn't know that they were going to lose. They thought they had won, and they were happy. So clearly that couldn't have been a basis. But we knew that, look, despite all this, we had to work harder. And that is why I give thumbs up to the Chief of Staff, the National Chairman, the General Secretary. All of them consider the constituency as a communal labor. Let's go in there. Let the people know we mean business. And you see, we have to also give thumb up to His Excellency the President. He's the father of the nation. He said, look, this is a by-election. Okay, I'm the father of the nation. Why will I go and be campaigning for you? I mean, did you see him in Ablekwanov?
I wanted to ask you why he didn't turn up for the
I'm saying that
for the
he has
campaign.
confidence in his team. He has confidence in the team that is leading the party and the structure of the party as of now. It's not as disorganized as our opponents. So when you have a very organized group like that, why will he himself come there to do? To do what? What is he going to do? You don't need him there. It is only when you have difficulties in the leadership of your party that you have problems, you think that they cannot, then that's why you're running into this. And that is the problem of the MPP now. You see, although they brought their former president and then the vice president, former vice president, to Eneskumi 1 week, where they nearly lynched our national chairman and the party candidate. It didn't help them. And that's why I'm saying that I'm happy the academicians spoke about the security architecture.
Yeah.
And you see, we sat at the police headquarters, at the National Election Security Task Force, and we all agreed to the deployment plan of the police. In fact, the NPP came with a strong, powerful team, 3-man team. Their national organizer, and then the former interior minister, led them. I'm told he's now the chairman of the security committee of the NPP, the former interior minister. And then, you remember DCOP Ofori?
Yes.
Said Ofori. Oh, he's now with NPP. He's with them. He's one of their security groups.
Oh, you mean the former public relations officer?
Yes.
Of the Ghana Police Service?
Ghana Police Service. He's with them.
He's with the NPP
NPP,
now?
yes. He came. He was part of their team.
I see.
Okay, so, and I was there with my Deputy General Secretary, Lawyer Barbara Sawa.
Okay.
And then our National Vice Chairman, Ralph.
Yes.
So the three of us met. And we all agreed that, look, because of the issues that you people are raising about Ablekuma, just one polling station, which we all condemn. But you people refuse to condemn the lady who caused that problem. That led us to all of us talking about it. You should have also condemned her for bringing dangerous weapon to the polling station. That led to her beating. We condemned the beating. The police told us at that meeting that they had arrested 2 people, and by the close of the day, they were going to arrest more people. And true to their words, they arrested people by the close of that meeting. That made it 8. Prosecuted and got conviction. That was a plus for the police service.
Okay.
And they told us, look, we are going to deploy enough security to the Ablekuma North, this in the Okyere, so that lives and properties, you, the political parties, you will be protected. Nobody can raise figure against you. We won't allow any miscreant to come and misbehave against any of you.
Okay.
That was the reason. They asked for the numbers, the people who are going to be there because of name tags and all that. The IGP directed the Director of Operations to finance them with a deployment list, as well as the NDC. We had no problems. We all agreed. Their issue was that they don't have confidence in the police. They said it there. They don't have confidence. So if our opponents who just left the police service to us 8 months down the lane, which we have not structurally changed the police, the only thing we did is that the IGP was asked to step aside. His deputy, who was appointed by the ex-administration, less than 5 months to the general election, in charge of operations, election operations,
Right.
promoted to IGP. And you think you have problem with such a setup, then there might be something wrong with the MPP at the time they were putting this structure in place. They knew something that you and I are not aware. So we raised issues about it. And I told them it was just a baseless accusation that they were putting against the police service and all that. Thankfully, the police did a yeoman's job. Indeed, the Deputy General Secretary, Elijah Haruna, said it after the election that you have to thank the police service for a yeoman's job. They have done extremely well. Even in the face of provocation, they held on. And we, as a political party, the NDC, we saw the provocation and we knew the plan. The plan was to muddy the beauty of the by-election. We saw it. Leadership of the NPP came into the constituency, started tearing our posters from polling station, even one close to our party office. That was the highest point of provocation that you could think of. But because we are training our people, our supporters, activists, then look, don't do anything to them. Allow them. We know what they are looking for. If you react, it will mar the beauty of the whole process. Imagine my worthy brother, who is the leader of the MPP in Parliament, go and tear a poster. We have pictures to that, videos of it. Their executive, their general secretary, go in the tiering process, saying that it's close to the polling station. The voting center is not supposed to be there. Meanwhile, I'll be happy if your cameras will zoom to the main polling station, where we had about 3 polling stations over there at the main lorry station at Okyere, the T-junction over there. You will see a huge billboard and a banner of their candidate, Omane, facing the ballot booth. So all the voters who are coming to campaign will be looking at him. That one, they didn't see anything wrong with that. NDC didn't raise an issue about it. They thought, look, the die is cast. Whether the billboard is there or not, it won't change anything. If you go to Wanchi, they had their whole party office very close to a polling station. They argued that, yes, the party office has been there. The electoral commission always bring their distance. If they want, they can relocate. We didn't say anything. Allow them.
Okay.
So if these things happened, the NDC held back. Because we knew if we were going to react to their tearing of our posters around the routes and all that, we would have been saying different story or discussing different stories this morning.
Okay.
But we held back because of the discussion we had with the police and the training that went through. We did a lot of training. In fact, from Wednesday up to Friday, I was on my feet training all manner of groups in our party, explaining things to them, how the election process is going to be and how they should hold back and respect the police deployment and not to interfere in everything. That gave us all this.
Okay.
We didn't just help back, and we needed to support the police so that they would deliver a resource or election that all of us will be proud of. Okay. And today we are proud of it. The whole world is congratulating NDC government for the first time that we are doing a by-election. In fact, this was just a proper by-election. The other one was just a 19 polling station. It was just a top-up. Okay. But this was the whole constituency. You held a by-election for 119 polling stations in the face of provocation from our opponent, who was breathing fire, whole press conferences, and raising all manner of tension, yet everything went unsuccessful. We need to thank His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for the promise that he made, and he kept the promise that under my watch, we will not have this cycle of election violence during by-elections occurring again. Okay. And it has come to pass.
Okay. Now, also joining us is a gentleman who, during the MPP's regime, started as the board chair of Hollywood Teaching Hospital. He went ahead, became the Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority, and then subsequently was made the Health Minister, albeit at the, what do you call them?
Injury time.
Injury time. That's the word I was looking for, the phrase I was looking for. But he discharged his job very, very creditably, and so there's no doubt about his competencies at all. I'm talking about the man who just was shown in your shot. You're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Awodu Moro, and I'm here with 2 very, very distinguished gentlemen. One is Sofo Tanko Rashid Computer. He's the acting CEO of GIFEC and also the Deputy Director of IT and Elections of the NDC. He's here with us. And also, joining us in a while, somebody who hasn't been with us in a while as well, I'm talking about Dr. Bernard Oko Boy, who is a doctor, medical doctor, and also the former MP for Lejokuku and a former Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority, and also a former Health Minister. Now, Doc, first of all, it's been a while. Yeah. And before we get on with our main conversation about Okyere and matters arising, I know that, that the last time I checked, you had about 3 books to your credit. I'm curious, how are the books faring in the market? What sort of feedback you're getting? And which one is doing very well? You know, and generally, how have you been? You know, it's been almost 9 months in the position. Yes. How have you been?
You know, sometimes opposition has a way of making you a little bit depressed. So,
right. Oh, are you depressed?
I'm not.
Okay.
But sometimes you feel like not coming to see more. Stay in your room and then strategizing. But it's been a while. I miss your viewers. I miss you guys as well. And I'm happy to be here. One political party obviously will not be in power forever. And the culture of changing governments, just like in the open markets or like we say in the free market, introduces competition. And competition always brings the better part of people and governments. And the one who benefits is the citizen. So all is not lost. We have to find the best ways of, how do you call it, checkmating our brothers in power, brothers and sisters, so that they behave in a way that will make all of us better off. So I'd like to congratulate them first for the victory in 2024 and for Okyere. And to say that my books are not doing badly. When we were in power, I wasn't paying much attention. Okay. Because I was receiving salary.
Yes.
But now that the salary stopped, now I'm strategizing. So don't worry, we'll push more books, and then that would help to handle some of the duties that we are handling. Yeah.
I see. Do you have any one coming up, or for now it's just a 3?
Oh, for now,
on the market?
We want to. Writing involves a lot of mental, cognitive stimulation. You have to think, and you need time.
Right.
And it's a little bit of stress on the brain.
Right.
This time we want to rest a little, and I'm sure maybe from next year we'll see whether there's something to write about. Yeah.
I see. So what's the next one coming up?
Let's see. Maybe before GM hands over power to us, I'll try and come up with something.
You saw the reaction on
of course. I mean, as a deputy director of elections, when you mention handing over power, he'll come out of it.
You didn't hear what he said. He says, Subhanallah. Anyway, so far you have what? You have the first one was on, your first book was on
the audacity of ambition.
The audacity of ambition.
Yes.
Okay. And the second one is
high blood pressure in black people.
High blood pressure and in black people. And then the third one is
the mother and the monster.
The mother and the monster.
The mother in the monster. On Kolibu teaching hospital.
Okay.
It's an interesting book. I'll get you a copy.
I know I need to grab it also.
Yes,
because they sound very fascinating and
Absolutely.
very interesting, But anyway, so Okyere.
So before I go to Okyere, let me say everything to my brother, Dr. Rahed.
Yes. I hope you're still in touch with him.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This is a special greeting. Since Black Star Match is coming off, you should remember me. Tickets and all other surrounding issues.
Okay.
And I will support Boamah in this government and the Black Stars to qualify for the World Cup.
Okay.
So that they pay attention to some of our requests. I have a lot of people who have to go to the US now that we are in opposition. So that is a special. So Dr. Abi, these are special greetings to you. And Moro, you've done a good job as well.
Thank you.
I've been watching.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And
I think we are good to go.
Okay. So I don't know how or what you've been reflecting upon since you lost the Okyere by-elections.
You have heard it all. Rashid Tanko insists Okyere Baafi's apology is not enough, and the only option left is resignation. But what do you think about this? Should Okyere Baafi step down or fight to keep his seat? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to PENDREAM TV for more breaking political updates. Until next time, stay tuned, stay informed, and stay engaged.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.